I just realized my mic hasn't been on this whole time. We're gonna have to redo that reaction. What you doing? You peeking out the window and trying to act tough? You're fine. It's nobody. We're in an apartment. This is an apartment. Relax. Dude, she's walking around like she's gonna get out and go after him or something. Nobody's letting you out. Silly Billy. That's it for this grass thing. Let's go. Good enough. Back to shield. My brain for a second was like, why was it closed? Oh, because you've been resetting it for fresh trees to be shaken all day. Hi. Hi, Fluffykins. What you staring at me for, huh, monkey? What you wow? What you wow? I was thinking what would be a cool background for Sword and Shield is if you had that, like, video playing on loop. That was like the preview of Sword and Shield that was like Glimwood Tangle and just walking around and stuff. I think that'd make a pretty sick background, but yeah. I think Professor's Lab used that before. I think they were using that when the Crown Tundra expansion? Yeah, I think so. Because I think they had that background on. When one of the professors got a shiny Regieleki in like 3 attempts or something crazy, or like 11 attempts. Bananas. That's full on. Shiny Charm doesn't work on them. What you want, little girl? Just will be the one to be with you. I pet you. Pet you. If we got a shiny Tree Shake Munchlax, that would be quite cool. Just to be the one to be with you. I need to figure out how to add to my multi-stream rumble. Not that Rumble's probably going to yield any more viewership than the 0 I've been getting, but when you cast a wider net, you catch more fish. What I've heard, anyway. I was going to say, it sounds like a train. And it is, in fact, a train. I thought I turned off my mic, so then I turned off my mic, and then I realized that I didn't turn off my mic, so I turned back on my mic. Pretty good stuff. Just to be the next. I don't know why that song stuck in my head. Something about tree shake hearts grinds my brain to a halt. Checking again to see if anyone's ever gotten the tree shake munchlax that's recorded on video, but I wasn't finding it. Hatching eggs, Dynamax Adventures, yes, yes. Or, I think it was layered. Can you even get that? I don't remember him being on a path. He might be. One of them said Dynamax Adventures. I assume they don't mean a den. Could be them. I was looking at some old clips from like A-Drive and stuff early on in Sword and Shield when they were like getting so excited about finding people that were hosting shiny dens online, not realizing that they were using exploits to get them. Then he was just like, "What? No, that's crazy. People are shiny hunting these, and they must have taken them so long to find them." Nope. Exploitation. I think I'm going to switch hunts today. We're going to switch it up to something different, perhaps more interesting. 1 second. We're going to spend a little time today trying to get Rotom in Brilliant Diamond. Because I told myself I was going to I told myself I was going to hunt Rotom in every game where he's available. He's definitely available in this one because it's a remake of the game that he first appeared in. And I'm pretty sure that I didn't encounter him on the TV for that reason. I intentionally avoided it. It's nice that they got some patches for this game, though. Hopefully it functions a little better. I want him in Pokemon Go as well, but I think it's quite difficult to do. I might as well check my Pokemon Go spawn. Actually, I get really good spawns at my apartment. I also have a Pokestop right there. Nice. Never had that. Pretty helpful for getting eggs when I need them. The daily spawn. Bone. Got a shiny bone not too long ago. Alright, it's almost done. Update. Why is it not playing any sound? Doesn't have any sound? Sure, let's see if there's any new mystery gifts. I doubt it. But I haven't played this game in a super long time. Shocking. Yeah, I don't remember where this mansion is at all. Should probably just look it up. This is it, I think. Am I crazy? Old Chateau. Yeah, that's it. Check our bag. I don't think we have any fastballs. Yeah, we have barely anything. course, catching a Pokeball. I guess it doesn't really matter. We're not going to trade it out of the game. Bertha. Must be the shiny one. Must all be pickup Pokemon. Is my Glade even level 100? Man, we did not really care that much about this game, did we? Go to the side a little bit. Badoof. Berries. Tree. Am I already too far? Yeah. I don't have the foggiest idea how you get to the old chateau. I don't really feel like looking it up quite yet, so just keep running into walls, having it make really loud, annoying sounds. There it is. Oh, this is a turn of force. Oh yeah, it's in here. Yeah. Cut this patch, I think. This patch, I should say. There it is. Hopefully I'm right and I didn't encounter it yet. I think I did. This door? No, going to the left. Alright, let's save it up. Does it have to be at night or something? Alright, I'm gonna have to look it up. Hush! Hush! Hush, please. Okay. It's available. Okay. Old Chateau. Old Chateau. Chateau. How to get. How to get. How to get. Catch at Old Chateau. Okay. At night. Yep, okay. It is at night. Okay. So is the nighttime based upon the in-game clock, or... I recall. Okay, so if I manipulate the clock, apparently it will not be happy with me and won't let me do my daily event stuff, but not what I'm looking for. So nighttime should be 8 p.m. There we go. Let's thump it. Wow! First try. Shiny. Oh. Strange twist, not shiny. Okay. Seems chill. Get rid of some of these windows. There's gonna be some slow resets. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Ooh, it's a regular. Dude, man, I forget how bad that the graphics look in this game. I liked this game for what it was, which is bad, but, you know, it was a game to play. I was so disappointed by this game, though, dude, because imagine they made this game in the style of Sword and Shield, where, like, it had overworld spawns, it had a wild zone, like they could have made the, Great Marsh into a wild zone or whatever. Imagine it had raid dens with, like, stuff just from this area, and then they also included radar, but the radar was like, you know, you had to run away from overworld spawns to get to your grass patches or something. Like, there's so much cool stuff they could have done if they kept within that realm of Sword and Shield, but instead they're like, let's fully phone it in and just make it a remake, but then not put in the quality of life stuff that we put for Platinum and make radar hunting worse. Yeah, sounds good. Let's do that. Terrible. Is there even a way to get fastballs? I was trying to figure out how to get fastballs, and somebody put quick balls are utterly useless. I was like, dumb as heck. Okay, I'm not asking about quick balls. I'm asking about fastballs. They're different things, dummy. Telling me about quick ball nonsense. Let's ask about apricorn balls. Apricorn balls are extremely rare and generally not available through normal gameplay. They are primarily released as special bonuses for Amazon pre-orders. Some regions may be trained through trading. Okay, so basically you can't get those balls in the game. Dude, see, the more I even touch this game, I'm like, why? Why just make no way for there to be apricorn balls? Catching stuffing apricorn balls is part of the fun. Just lame as heck. Oh well. We should update our title. Alright, let's update it real quick. Man, there's been a lot of trains today. I've done a lot of full odds hunts, you guys, and they can be brain breaking when they go really long. And I don't have the most hopes for this, to be honest. Bump it. Bump it again and bump it again. Thump, 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 thump. Why does it take so long? Why did it take so long? I really wish that I knew. If you guys are wondering, man, it's 8 p.m. there? Why is it so light out? I live in Alaska. Or I manipulated the clock to get nighttime in the game. One of the two. You could guess which one. Okay. I think I turned the music off in this game, so it's just dead silence. Okay, I think I might put on a song. Hang on a second here. I don't think this song's copyright. I guess we'll see. Now I got myself paranoid. Google will know. Okay, well, apparently, even though it's a remix and it's authorized, it is copyrighted. They just like to ruin all our fun. Alright, I guess we'll probably just put the music on in the game. Get little fragments of spooky music or something. I think that's what you decide if I want to have a second cup of coffee. Probably do that. What's the max? 10? Dump it! Spooky music for a spooky hunt. It's intense. Nice. Nice. Wasn't shiny, could have been. Wish these graphics didn't suck so much. Oh, all those sounds were because I had them turned off in game, so now I get actual, like, sounds on the menu and everything. Interesting. Oh. I think that helps the vibe a little bit. So when that shiny comes, we'll be like vibing with it. Just to be there. Bump it. Not shiny. Try again. If at first you don't get the shiny, rage quit. Because things should be easy in this world. Dude, these noises are weird. Not used to having them. I usually shut everything off. Give it a little thumperoonie, let's go. Come on, Rotom. Shine for me, Daddy. What you looking at? I wanna see you shine. You wanna see me what? Shine. Shine. Found a shiny Rotom and I caught him in a Pokeball. What is that, bruh? You call that a soundtrack? Spooky time! Ah. Ah. Looks like a Rotom. Looks an awful lot like a Rotom, baby. Pretty similar to a Rotom. But I want a shiny Rotom, and I want a shiny Rotom. I didn't fix my 3DS over my days off this time. I've been dreading it because the last time I tried to do it, I spent a whole day trying to fix it, and I literally had a hard time sleeping because I was so irritated. Spent a bunch of money on getting capture card modded, and then I can't play DS games on it. It's just incredibly frustrating. Is it just me, or does that character in the background of Champions on the left side, the female one, look a lot like Tifa from Final Fantasy VII? At least at first. Smack that television. Give it a little smackaroonie. For some strange reason, these aren't appearing shiny. My legs are getting crampy. I got Winifred. I got a Dogadoo. She's laying on my lap and she's kind of uncomfortable now. But I don't care. Oh. Shiny, you guys ready to see it? A little bit of shininess? I'm ready, I don't know about you. The game wasn't ready. We were ready. The game wasn't ready. What can you do? We're getting close to that hour mark, but I think we'll keep going for a little bit just because we took a while to get this set up. I have a good feeling that we won't get the shiny. I mean, will get the shiny. 100%. Unequivocally. Without question. We already got it in Platinum. I'd show you guys, but I can't hook up my freaking... I can't launch games. But yeah. We got it in Platinum, and it was pretty swag, and then I realized that I could not access its different appliance forms, because those were locked behind a timed event that ended many, many years ago, so then I was like, I think I'm gonna use a device of some sort to unlock those in my game. And then I did. At first I tried to use these, like, people are hosting these, like, servers you can connect to that, like, just host the event year-round as though it were still happening. But I could not get those to work. No matter what I did. It didn't help that they were super, like, old Wi-Fi, or that they use, like, old Wi-Fi signals and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I couldn't get it to work. I messed around with it for a very long time, so now it's like, alright, well, we're gonna have to go with an even less legit way of doing it, because I am not gonna not be able to access the appliances after all this hard work that I did. It's pretty cool, though, because once you actually get it, it's like a room that you go into, which I think is the mystery room the t-shirts and like because there's like a series of merch that's called Mystery Room, the Mystery Room collection, and I think that's what it is. Is that either that or the Mystery Room is the one that's in the old chateau? That can be as well. But there is a room you go into, and it has all the different appliances, and you can have your Rotom go into the different appliances in order to change its forms, which is pretty cool. I think the catalog that they have now is better, but still. What up? I don't know how to pronounce that. Oblique? Is that about right? Oblique? What's up? Just smacking a TV, hoping that it changes color, like I did when I was a kid. You use these old TVs, you know, sometimes you had to smack them. Well, it's very accurate. Never had a ghost come out of one, though. Not that I recall, anyway. But yeah, just smacking this TV, hoping that a Rotom comes out in different colors. And then I catch it. And then I treasure it, and then I never launch this game again, probably for many years. Because though it is the best game they've ever made, it's actually pretty bad. I know that sounds contradictory, and that's because it is. They actually made it not that great. I'd say the most disappointing thing about this game is how they changed the radar. Radar shiny hunting, how they made it be, like, less skilled and more RNG. That was just super lame, man. That's why people started using the 17 method, where you just get up to 17 and then run around, because they just made the odds of the chain randomly breaking while you're doing nothing wrong so much higher for no reason that it's not worth the risk past, like, 17. Just pretty lame. But yeah, Bleak, we're just chilling, smacking a TV, seeing if something changes in the world. Thinking about making another cup of coffee. I think I probably will. In most of the games that I play, I like to find like a stopping point of some kind of rare spawn or something that signifies a change in the pace, but when you're doing this, there's nothing different. It's a Rotom every time, and either it's shiny or it's not, so I'll just pick an obligatory time to go grab up a coffee. I was thinking about having a quick breakfast. Might do a little reacting while we have a small breakfast. The more I talk about it, the better it sounds. So let's do one more thumpy poo, and then we'll do a little bit of reacting. And it happens to be shiny. Watch it. Oh, wait. It wasn't shiny. Weird. 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 Alright, let's see here. Alright, let's find what we want to react to. Not right now, nerd. Huh. Okay. Mr. Magic Sheep has a new one.
In hopes of a couple unusuals.
In hopes of a couple unusuals, indeed. You chill. Alright, we're almost ready for our reacting. We're almost ready. Almost ready. Pop. Oh, I forgot our background's wrong on this one. We gotta fix this and everything. Oh no. Okay, well, let's try this. Image. Wait. There's a better way to do this. Copy. Paste, duplicate. Yes. Go. Down. Down. There we go. There we go. Alright. Now let's go to window capture. Oh. What? It exists? Where does it exist? Oh, it's already on here, but it breaks every time. Yeah. So let's that. Ooh. Dogs are loud, my guy. Here we go. Man, that'll work. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. Reaction time.
And maybe, you know, the Burning Flames team captain, so I can clickbait that in the thumbnail.
Yep.
And, you know, I really can't expect much from these end-of-the-line crates.
Yeah, you can.
Because I don't know if any of you guys watch the stream, because we do stream pretty much every Saturday. And we got 4 unusuals. You guys can see them all here. We got the Tipped Lid Molten Mallard. This Molten Mallard, I cannot pronounce that at all, and I'm not going to try. The Wraith Wrap Death at Dusk, and
dude, I've seen this
the best
video.
one, you know, Frostbite Cottonhead, which is a pretty legendary unbox.
It is a good one, but I've already seen this one. Alright, we'll try this guy.
We got that dreader, boy. You going down the dreader, you know what I mean, man? Shit, man, you got that dreader right there.
Holy shit, he's got...
Get out there in that dreader, boy. Hit that deal one, boy. You get out there in that dreader and shit, man.
He said he's opening crates in this, but I'm not seeing it.
Cooking and shit, man. You know what? Now, why did that man shoot me while I was on my tractor? That ain't very fair.
11.
I'm not seeing any openings in this video.
So I have 32 kills apparently, according to the score, right? Is that how it is?
No. You just got a point built up. If you stream recording, okay. All right. So we have got end of the line. We've got 6 end of the line crates, 3 robotic boogaloo crates, and 5 violet
Robotic
vermin
Boogaloo is
cases.
expensive.
How are we feeling, Big Morgs?
Like you're gonna lose.
I fucking hate you.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll start with this one. And as we know at the moment, God hates me. But I want to be on the good side of him. So please, amen.
Whoa.
It's not like I'm promising, Morgan. We'll change it up. We'll change it up. We'll open one of these. Then one of these bad boys. Fuck, I thought that was unusual for a second. I want to save the fucking robot crates. I'll do one next. I'll do a robot crate next, eh? Oh, God. The robot crates, the ones that are rare. They're like $10 a pop.
Mm-hmm.
Not too bad. Pickle halwa.
Fuck, mate. Oh, God.
Yep.
I've been watching
Ripping
sheep.
all let's see
I've
that.
been watching sheep unboxing. He's meant to be giving me good
Is that
luck.
good? Oh no.
Nah, so anything in these old crates is just like normal quality. These ones here and
Oh,
there,
so
they have grades. Well, they have strange, but there's strange and there's unusual, but there's no like rank.
Not
Yeah,
Robo
asking
Crate,
about
there isn't.
About unusual.
Yeah, there's unusuals, but they're rare unusuals, so they're like all the old ones that you technically can't get anymore, but you can only get them in these crates.
Yeah.
Oh God. Is that all the?
Yeah, pack it up. Pack it
Oh
up.
no, we got one more. We'll do a robo crate. Oh God, just please. Oh.
Yep, no, we're so done.
Sweat Drinker invited you to TF2.
Yep. That's the name.
Oh. Crate unboxing, but I'm depressed.
Oh, is that good? No, okay. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Shit, it's only a Halloween
Look,
restricted.
look.
It's a Halloween restricted item.
Nope.
Oh Lord. Oh
Unusual fire at least. No, not so much. All right.
God, please, I actually am begging.
Hey, don't I have a bunch of cases?
Dude, it's done for.
I do.
You want to send them to me?
No.
Last one, Morgan. Last one.
Alright. Come on, cuz!
Come on, please.
Nope.
Pack it up.
You're just gonna hear a chick and then a bang in a second. Well, guys, that was the goddamn unboxing
Sort
right
by
now.
quality.
No, I don't do that.
Sort by quality.
Nah, I do it by date and just put mine at the top. But that was fucking it. I'm gonna go hang myself now.
Don't do it, sir. Don't do it. I'll let this auto play for a second.
Tanks are one of the most popular reasons why newer players fail a wave. Yeah, as far as mechanics go, your only worry is getting smushed to death by janky collisions, but they universally siphon 5 figures worth of damage that could be going towards oncoming threats. If that damage gets diluted too heavily, it'll be your team's undoing. That's why I'm gonna get all of you caught up with a degree in Bustonomics to make sure that all of your tank woes can be permanently resolved. That means we're going over each class and laying out their best tools for avoiding that dreaded blue text. In the context of MBM, there are too many variables at play to make this a pure DPS comparison, so take this as more of a generalized guideline. My goal is to give you 10 minutes for the next 10 years, or however long this game keeps going. Starting off with Scout, he usually doesn't tend to focus too much on the tank. It's not that he can't burn them down efficiently. In fact, he's one of the best in the game when fully upgraded. He's just already spinning half a dozen plates as is. And unless you're on a very experienced team, that
was the
balancing act
end of
tends
the
to fall apart
reacting
rather quickly.
segment.
And that's ignoring the
Why
fact
did I
that
open
shaving down
72
Scout's
windows? That's not the best thing to do. I gave that dude a bunch of views. Even though that's not how it works. Switching back to the switch. We're back. And we got our dog. She's looking at us so expectantly. Fine. Humiliate in my lap. For $500. You got it? You got that money? You got that cash, Win? I don't know where you would have got it since you're a dog, but I'm gonna be moving you in a minute though, because I got that coffee brewing. We got that coffee brewing. We're gonna grab the coffee. I gotta grab the coffee. Give it a little thump, and then a shiny for me. Right. You didn't know it, but here it is. reason it wasn't stream. Could have been. What do hurt? What do hurt? What do hurt? Alright, it's gonna go get our coffee do. Boom. Alrighty then. So we'll do a few more encounters in this gamey poo. Do you want to come back here, Win? You're looking very expectantly. Are you coming back? Stop looking at me, Smalls. You do want to come back? Come closer. 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 Why you make it so difficult on me, huh? I'm trying to pick you up. Say hello to this stream. Say hello, stream. Hello, stream. My name is Winifred. I'm British. I don't know why. I've never been there. Just happens to be what I am. Dude, even the battle menu of this game looks like butt cheeks. Oh well. Sometimes things are bad, so the good things look better. And the okay things look good. Whenever other people shiny or resetting for starters in this game, I was like, ugh. In this game? Are you kidding me right now? I'll do it in the OG games, and this trash. Who would ever do that? Do that, tick, 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 do that, do that, tippy, tippy, tippy. Alright. That being said, I am hunting it right now, but Rotom's in this game. Gotta get him. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of a thing. Shiny Rotom must be acquired. I don't have much choice. I have a dedication in my heart to the Rotizzle. The rotisserie Rotizzle. As he spins on the spigot of my... Is that what it's called? Spigot? I think it's called a spigot. No, it's not. What's that called? Spigot's something else, I think. No, that is a thing when it comes to water. It's called a spit. Ah. Rotizzle rotating on the spit. Sounds weird. I don't know that I like it. But I mean, I guess that's why they say spit roasting. Doesn't sound good. Nobody wants spit on their roast, I don't think. Unless you a freak. I know they're two different things. One's like a metal rod and one is a substance from one's mouth. You gonna lay down with the boy? You gonna lay down with him? That sounded like a Rotom. Could it be a shiny one though? Not this time. But eventually it will be for me. Cause I don't give up. And I don't give in. That's just who I is, who I'll always be. Thump the TV. Thump the TV. Thump the TV. Shiny Rotom for me, please. Thanks. It said please, and I didn't listen. I said it so nicely. I just wanted a different color and they catch it. That's so much to ask. I don't think it is. I think it's the bare minimum to ask of this one. How much I've given for you, game. You dare not give me my shiny Rotom. You dare. Shh. Lay down with the boy. Lay down with him. Snuggle with that boy. You're his dog, you gotta do it. I don't have enough lap for 2 dogs, bro. I don't have enough lap for 2 dogs. What you want from me? Give you a pet. My lap is already full, and it's already aching a little bit from having my leg crossed for too long. I'm an old man. I need to go to the post office, speaking of that, because I think I have a tablet for my physical therapy waiting for me at the post office. Either that or it's like a court summons to go and give my testimony in my own destruction. I don't know. I gotta pay 49 cents though to get it, because it needs additional postage. Which is super lame. It's like, oh, you want this? You want this package? Give us 49 cents and you do it now. Thump it. Give it a little bit of thumpy, thump-a-roo, thump-a-roo, thump around, thump around, thump, thump, thump up and get down. Everybody thump, thump, thump. The little fan on the wall in here makes me feel like it used to be a bathroom. Kinda looks like it's built into the wall. Somebody dropping deuces in this place? Or is that just how fans are in old chateaus, built into the wall? I suppose I could see that. Bump. Thump it. Thump it good. Doom, doom, doom. Thump that wood. Give the thump a slip. Or step on a crack. Break your mama's back. Gotta wake up Theodore in a little bit, get some school done. Then I gotta get that package from the post office. He's got a appointment later, and then I guess we'll be chilling. We watched a movie yesterday. We watched the movie Whiplash about like a abusive music teacher. It was pretty good, pretty interesting, pretty strange. Get out there. We had that one guy from that one meme where he laughs and goes, "You serious?" From Spider-Man. Alright, my leg's getting crampy when... Probably gonna have to dip because you ain't gonna be comfy with my legs in that position. I have a sneaking suspicion that you're not going to want to stay there, but you also won't listen. Come on. It's pretty good. Just thumping a TV in a game that everyone universally loves. How are you? Critically acclaimed Brilliant Diamond. I don't think anyone's ever said anything bad about any Pokemon game, as far as I remember. I think they've all been well loved from the get-go. Especially at launch. No issues to speak of. It's pretty rare for a studio to say that. You're welcome. But yeah, just I had this goal of getting shiny Rotom in every game that he's available. Been putting this one off for a little bit, so I figure we might as well thump the TV a little bit. See if we can make it change color. It used to work when I was a kid. You just had to hit it hard enough, you know what I mean? Fix that picture. I mean, it's good to do a single playthrough of, you know, or if you're a shiny hunter, it can have some value in messing around with the radar hunting if you don't want to mess around with the original games, but everything that it does worse than the original games. So, I would say Platinum is the best of the original trilogy, which is usually the case, but they're all pretty good. Different reasons. But if you don't have a DS and you don't care to spend the money on how much a Platinum costs, yeah, it is. I wouldn't do it. I think the last time I checked, they're trying to ask for over 100 for Platinum, where back when I got it, it was around 80. So yeah. Chimchar in the original games. Yeah, this game was where the starter hunt started to get a bit longer. They started putting more like cutscenes in there and stuff like that. It just kept getting worse and worse. I think Gen 6 was like the worst, if not Gen 5. No, I think it was Gen 6 where they had like this whole scene you had to go through. That being said, my first ever starter hunt that I did was on Ultra Moon? Ultra Sun? Dude, that took a while, but yeah. A DS and Platinum. There you go, yeah. Now you don't have to worry about it. I think it's funny that the system costs so much less than the games these days. You can literally get, like, for some of the games, you could buy 2 or 3 systems for the cost of the game. I have it too, but my I had a DS modded to stream on, and then it got the software got like corrupted on it because it was modded. And I've been trying to fix that because it won't launch DS games, and it just keeps getting worse. Actually, the more I try to fix it, the worse it gets. So I might just try to take it back to factory default, because I don't really even care about it being modded. I didn't mod it, I just bought it already modded. I just wanted to be able to stream shiny hunting on it, so I need to sit down and do that one day, but I've been putting it off because last time I messed with it, it really frustrated me. So I've been procrastinating it. But yeah, Platinum is an amazing game. I want to eventually do I think it's called a swarm. You know, the things that appear once a day or whatever it is, or however many times a day. I wanted to do a swarm hunt of Beldum in that game, because I tried to do it in Diamond, I think it was, and it's in that area that has the sandstorm, and it's so hard to nah, I don't count resets. It's I never have. I figured it would give me anxiety, so I just never even bothered doing it. I just go for it. And whenever it happens, it happens. But yeah, I tried to do the radar hunt of the Beldum swarm in Diamond, and with the sandstorm in that area, it's so hard to see the grass shakes or whatever, you know, that it just messed up the chain constantly. But they fixed that in Platinum. It's much easier to see in in Platinum. So I'm gonna do that eventually. Yeah. The guy that I got it modded from, it took a while, but he did a good job. He charged, he didn't charge very much, and he's in the US, so I don't know if you're in the US or not, but if you're in the US, I recommend it. He did a good job. The only thing was, of course, it corrupted my DS game launching, but I don't think that was because of him. I think it's because it was homebrewed or whatever you call it, you know, modded outside of what he did. I just happened to conflict with it. But he did a good job. It's Darkrai. I thought Darkrai was an event one. Wouldn't you have to use like wouldn't you have to either like glitch it or hack it in order to hunt Darkrai, or am I misremembering? I thought you had to use like the clipping glitch or something to hunt Darkrai. Or just use action replay, I guess. Same with Shaman, I think. I haven't done those hunts, so I don't know. I don't do many legendary hunts, actually. Like a legit method, or some kind of like glitch method? Because I thought it was like a glitch. Are you saying that the game will give you a ticket? I know you can get a ticket in the remakes in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. I'm not sure about the originals. It'd be a cool one. It doesn't have the best shiny, but it looks okay. Yeah, I don't do many legendary hunts. I think the only legendary hunt I'm actually doing right now is I'm going for the roaming legendary dogs in Soul Silver. And I'm only doing that because you have to do it right then in the game, or else you can't do it at all. And I don't want to, like, not have gotten it. So I basically am just pausing my game where it is to do this roaming legendary hunt. And, yeah, long story short, I don't do many encounters in it, so I'm still there. I'm not gonna move on till I get one of the two. But it's all set up, though, and luckily you don't even have to catch them. Once you get them to be shiny, you can just let them roam around shiny until you want to take the time to get them. But you have to have them be shiny at the time that they're released from the burning tower or whatever, or else they'll never be. I haven't done any in Let's Go either. I don't think I've actually ever done any legendary hunt singularly. Meaning like where you just go for that one thing. Because I got a bunch of legendaries doing Dynamax Adventures in Sword and Shield. But that's pretty different. And that's where I really wanted to get Zygarde, because he's the hardest one to get, and I'm a glutton for punishment. So I specifically went after him because he's the hardest one to get. It can be annoying for sure. Zygarde was super tough because he's like the hardest one to beat consistently. You'll end up failing a bunch of times. But I came up with a system to hunt him, and I think I was hunting him for like 6-7 months, something like that, maybe 8 months, off and on. Mostly, actually, primarily, consistently. But I did get it, and for him specifically, this is how I did it. You can redo the same paths in that game if you reset your game without letting it save at the end. It'll let you re-queue it back up, but it'll yell at you and make you give some of the Dynamax ore or whatever that you get as a reward from there. And like the first couple times it won't make you, then it gets to be more and more and more. So I would just save up a bunch of that stuff and then use it to do Zygarde resets on the same path, and I would find the path that had the Alolan Sandshrew on it, because Ice, he's like 4 times weak to, and it has Swords Dance, so you could do it offline with nobody else, with bots, and you could solo it. You just do Swords Dance like 4 times, and you can kill it in its first form before it transforms. You can just one-shot it. So I did that, and that made it to where I could consistently beat it and get a chance at being shiny. And eventually I got it. Which is pretty sick. The tough one to get, unless you just get super lucky. But yeah, the the dogs aren't too tough in Dynamax Adventures. You just have to get a little bit lucky on the path you get up to them to get one or two things that can take them down. That's one of those ones where it does help playing with other people because the bots play so badly. But I never wanted to take time to like find a group every day to play with. People that consistently wanted to do Zygarde every day. I was like, nah. I'm just gonna find my own way. I also did, I specifically hunted for Landorus as well. Because Landorus, just one of those, like, legendarily epic, overpowered legendaries in the history of the game. Not so much now. Now it's like, fine. Yeah, the the bots will pretty consistently pick the worst move over and over. That's why I didn't rely on them. I just got that Alolan Sandshrew, made sure I could snag it up, and one-shot that Zygarde. They couldn't sabotage me. I do Dynamax adventures with my kid and my sister now every now and then, but it's been hard for me to talk her into doing them lately. I was going to start doing them on stream, and I don't really even care what we go for, whatever they want to do. I kind of want Xerneas, but at the same time, I don't really care that much. I just like to do them. I think they're fun. I like strategizing and stuff, being like, okay, which path is better? This one is, alright. I can't remember, does this one have a good move for the last one? Oh, yeah, it does. I think it's cool. Yeah, it's just a really cool looking Pokemon in general. But the shiny is also cool. That's a very cool design. It looks... There's certain generations where they did things where they look a lot... They look more like almost like Digimon than they do Pokemon. And I would say the legendaries in, say, Dialga and Palkia are good examples of that. Anything that they make like weird space-agey time travel-y. Actually, a lot of the legendaries basically beyond like... I'll just say most of the legendaries kind of look like Digimon to me. With the exception of like Gen 1. Once they got into like Gen 2 and... No, not Gen 2 either. Yeah, it was Gen 3 and beyond. Like, take a look at freaking Kyogre. It looks like a circuit board or something. Yeah, if you're talking about Dynamax Adventures, yeah, it does. It makes it feel less monotonous. It's more like an adventure where at the end you get the bonus of having some shiny rolls. That's what it feels like to me. Where, like, traditional shiny hunting feels a lot like this, you know, where you're kind of half paying attention to it while you're watching a TV show or talking to somebody or whatever. Which is kind of the beauty of it, in my opinion. Like, when I'm watching TV shows or movies, I'll usually be curry hunting in Shield, because I really want a curry shiny. I've been doing curry hunts off and on for like 3 years. I'm cooking curries in Glimwood Tangle, because... basically everything in Glimwood Tangle besides Shiinotic and Ponyta are all like legit competitively viable Pokemon. You know, depending upon which format that we're in. Besides, I guess, Sinistea, but Sinestee's cool because, I don't know if you know this or not, when you're curry shiny hunting, the spawns that appear have reversed rarity. So things that would be rare when you're in the grass in Glimwood Tangle are instead more common. So technically, if you get Sinistea, Sinistea is more common, and if you get it, it's more likely to be authentic than non-authentic. So if I were to get a curry shiny Sinistea, it's more likely to be authentic than not. And then if it happened to not be authentic, then I would personally know that that's actually more rare. That's like getting a non-authentic or an authentic one in grass flickers. But there's really good stuff there. You can get Hatchram, Morgrim, Indeedee, Orangaroo. Oh yeah, I forgot. What's it called? The little bird one? Yeah. Spritzy, or whatever it's called. That one's not very good. Competitive-wise. But it is a cool shiny, though. I would take any of them shiny. I think the most disappointing would probably be Shiinotic, though, but I still would be quite excited. Because in that game, when you cook a curry, if you do it the best possibly that you can, getting the best quality one, which is Charizard, it has a 1 in 20 chance that a spawn appear at the camp. That's your best chance of getting a spawn at all, and then it's full odds for the shiny roll. So shiny hunting is pretty hard with curries. Plus, cooking the curries takes like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. Takes a lot of patience. Most people that do it on like 4 systems at once. I do it one singular system. Because I'm a single system hunter and a glutton for punishment. The only exception is sometimes I'll do a shiny hunt in addition to my curry hunt, because it doesn't require paying attention. I use the turbo controller because I don't care about getting Charizard. I just use the highest quality ingredients you can do, and that automatically gets you Copperajah, which is silver, which is a 1 in 25 chance. And that's fine for me. If I can 1 in 25 it with the turbo controller not paying attention, then I'd rather do that than pay attention and super try over and over and over and over for years on end. I feel like that would drive me a little crazy. But yeah, when I'm done with this coffee, I think I'm probably going to wrap it up. I've been going for a little while now. My kid's over. He's still sleeping, and we're going to try to go enjoy my day off before I have to go back to work tomorrow. I have a package I need to go pick up from the post office. He's got an appointment. And then maybe we'll just go do frisbee golf or something. It looks like it's going to be a nice day. I had found an old Pokemon Center Rotom t-shirt that somebody was selling like third party because they don't, it's like been discontinued for a while now, and it was new with the tags on it and everything, so I was pretty excited, bought it up from them, and then they were like, yeah, I actually don't have any more. I was like, dude. Way to pee in my Cheerios, man. I was so excited about that. I was going to buy a frame to put it into rather than wear it, even though it is my size. Or it was. Or it didn't exist anymore. I just saw the dreaded ILCA name. The developers that dared to make this atrocity. Man, I pretty rarely have somebody pop in on the YouTube chat, so it's cool to chat with somebody from YouTube. It's usually Twitch, even though Twitch is supposed to have, like, the worst discoverability. That's not what my experience has shown, though most people jump in to try and eventually sell me on their art or their course on how to make me a millionaire or something, and I'm like, I ain't giving you no money, so you can go away. I'd rather stream to nobody than give you $1. One. And no, I don't want your view bots. There's no point to view bots. I want to talk to people. And I ain't trying to fake it. Yeah. Well, I mean, some of them don't appear to be bots. I think they're just trying to drum up business. Like, they jump in, they talk to you for a while, and then they're like, did you know that I make emotes and banners and avatars? And then I go, no, I didn't know that. And then they go, I could show you my work if you want. And I go, okay, that's cool. Take a look at it. I'm not going to buy anything, though. And they go, oh, it's not that much. And I was like, I don't care if it's $1. I'm not buying it. And then they're like, oh, okay, that's fine. And then they come back and ask me again. Well, I mean, from my limited experience / research, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't stream on everything that you possibly can, you know? Because you're just... That way you can kind of cross-promote yourself between all the different platforms. I think the general consensus is to stream on everything that you can. That being said, I haven't set up a stream for Rumble yet, and I don't stream on TikTok, because it just, I don't know, TikTok feels out of place to me. Like, you can upload clips onto there, but streaming on there, I don't know. It just seems a little bit out of place for the rotation. But I'd say everything else. Do it on Kick, YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, all those ones. And then this is arguably more important. Rumble's just another like YouTube kind of knockoff, where you can upload videos and stream. It is more known for being more heavy with like right-leaning conservative people, but I think that's just because a lot of them got kicked off the other platforms, so that's where they went to, because Rumble was willing to both host them and give them contracts and stuff like that. But it's not like explicitly that. That's just what ended up happening because of how many like conservative people got kicked off all the other platforms. But yeah, it's just another site where you can upload and stream. Like, if you ever heard of Tectone, he streams on there, I think exclusively. I think he's got a contract with them. He was a gotcha streamer, and then he became more of like a political guy. But yeah, it's just another site that you can stream to. I haven't set it up yet because it wasn't like part of the tutorial that I used to set up everything else, so I'm going to have to step outside of that and figure out how to set it up, which I'm sure wouldn't be too difficult. I think you literally just have to go there and set up an account, get a stream key and URL, and then you're good to go. But I would say the more important thing from what I've seen is clips. Because the way people get big in streaming these days is number one, view botting, and number two, clipping. A lot of these guys will pay people in like third world countries, you know, as minimum as they can get away with, to clip their channels and post it on all the social media. So they'll watch their stream, look for like moments that could be highlighted and were kind of funny or whatever. They'll edit them up and make them more entertaining with, you know, silly edits and stuff. Throw them on all the short form platforms, and that's how a lot of people get traction. I don't think that that's necessarily what Burnt Peanut did, but that's what really blew up Burnt Peanut, was a lot of the short form clips of him and a lot of people like Kai and stuff like that. And I've heard that people like Kai would specifically like hire crews of people to do that for them. And I don't know if you're familiar with any of the RuneScape streamers, but for instance, Odablock, he actually has a whole team of clippers that get paid by Kick to clip up and post his stuff everywhere. So they actually get paid fairly good money for clipping, which is good for them, man. Like I said, a lot of these people aren't in America, and you know, some things that seems insignificant to us can be like an actual living for them. Yeah, it's not super lucrative, but if it drives things to your longer form content, then that's kind of where it's at. That's what I've been mostly doing. I mean, I don't have any clippers or anything, but when I get shinies or whatever, I'll post them up, and I get a lot more views there than I do on the channel itself. But I'm hoping that eventually they'll start trickling in as they find my clips entertaining. We'll see. I'm not super worried about it. I have a full-time job, so I do this mostly for fun and to build a community. I just want to have a community of like-minded shiny hunters and game nerds that can just chat about things that we find entertaining. Yeah, YouTube Shorts actually kind of confuse me for some reason. Every other platform that like auto formats if you throw one in there to kind of like fit it, but for some reason with YouTube Shorts it'll just cut a section in the center of it, and I don't know how to fix that, so I've been using CapCut to change it just for YouTube. Every other platform I can just throw it up on there and it auto formats it so that it shows everything on my stream layout. But for some reason YouTube doesn't, so I have to use CapCut specifically just for YouTube so I can upload shorts, which I find kind of annoying. I've also messed around with putting text on the screen or not putting text on the screen. And I feel like I would think that people would be more likely to click on it if there was text on the screen, but for me it seems like I get less clicks on the ones where if I put something on there. Like for instance, I did like a silly clip where I was talking about how Ditto has Riz because he's the one that breeds with all the Pokemon or whatever. So I thought I would throw some text on that one, and I don't know if it helped or didn't, but yeah. Just was like kind of a silly throwaway joke. Now CapCut's cool. Has some good stuff on it. I haven't bought any of the premium features or anything. I literally just use it to format it for that. I put kind of minimal effort into it, but I could put more. I'll put more effort into it as I get more of a return on things, which I suppose if I put more effort into it, I probably would get a better return on things, but I just don't want to drop a bunch of time into something that's not doing much for me as of yet. What I have been doing is collecting up some like decorations for my stream background and stuff, mostly Rotom themed because he's kind of like my mascot for the stream. So that's been fun, just collecting up things. I've been trying to get all of the different TCG cards of Rotom in like rare or higher, and then I was going to frame it up, and I thought that'd be cool. I've gotten some other things like plushies and stuff like that, so I think it's cool to decorate. Yeah, I mean, as it does more for you, you can put more effort into it. Ultimately, unless you're really good at editing or passionate about editing, what most people do is once they get a big enough return, they grab up an editor. Because people that are like full-time editors, they can do some crazy stuff. I don't know if you've ever heard of Sparkles, the CS2 content creator, but his editor is a pretty good example of like a really good editor. Like if you watch his #1 Dragon Lore trade-up video, dude, his editor is masterful. And then there's some of the, you know, smaller creators than him that are just also really good editors. Like I'm pretty sure Framed, the guy who does old school RuneScape content, I'm pretty sure he does all his editing himself. He's a beast, man. He's really good at editing, but he's also been doing it for a long time. I think he's been making YouTube videos since he was like a teenager. Yeah, that's a good way to do it, actually. Just make your video, then clip it straight out of there where you already did the editing. That's smart. Yeah, because then you're not doing it separately, you know, twice. But if you're doing a stream, though, that's where it might make more sense to do it the other way around. Because you can have your stream, you can clip out the things on the stream that you like, edit that in CapCut, and then make your long-form content. Or you could do stream, grab what you like, edit it fully up into a long-form video, and then CapCut off that. That probably makes the most sense. But I noticed you keep mentioning shorts. I'd put them on everything. also. If you're going to take the time to edit them, you should throw them on Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels. Well, I wouldn't say Twitch, obviously, because you clip those off of the actual streams themselves, so it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't even know if you can do that, actually. And then YouTube, obviously. But if you put them on everything, even Rumble probably has some form of shorts. I haven't messed around with it yet, like I said. But, like, everything that's out there, might as well. If something blows up and gets traction, that will drive, you know, it funnels everything back in. There's a guy that I watch who's a shiny hunter. I watch him every now and then, called Reversal. He initially blew up from clips of his Pokemon Go streams. And now he's just kind of a general content creator, shiny hunter. Yeah. Now I do them all. I mean, you don't have to mess around with Facebook, but Facebook has traction too, and you don't really have to do anything else. You're just taking the thing you already edited and putting it somewhere else. It's just uploading it one more time. One or two more times, whatever it is. But yeah, I'll have to sit down and mess around with Rumble. Maybe I'll do it today, because I'm sure it'd be pretty easy. I use a multi-streamer plugin for OBS, so all I have to do is literally just click a button, start on everything, and then they're all going. And then I also got a plugin for multi-chat, so that every chat box can all pop through in the same place. I can't do like all the different like moderation through that one chat, but that's why I have the different tabs open on my browser, so I can go and ban people or whatever, because I don't have moderators. Yeah, you don't really have to do much with it, but it's like I was saying, like, there's a following everywhere. There's a lot of people, like, for instance, I was talking about Odablock earlier. He's like one of the bigger old school RuneScape content creators. He said he gets actually his highest viewership from his Facebook clips. I think they do have streaming, but I don't think I've ever watched a stream on there. The only reason why I actually even think that they have streaming is because I think that Disguised Toast had a streaming contract with them for a while, but they might have shut it down, because they used to have like a tab that was literally Facebook Gaming, and that's where they had streaming. And I think he was like the face of that when they signed him on an exclusive contract, but I think they might have shut it down. If they do have it, it's probably one of the worst, because they don't push it at all. I never get streams recommended to me when I'm on Facebook, and I'm on Facebook every day just messing around. But odds are with Zuckerberg, he tries to basically have everything. You know, if somebody comes up with stories or short form content or whatever it is, he's going to put a version of it on Facebook, so it probably does. That being said, I don't stream on there. In fact, I have to post my clips on there separately, because when I'm posting my clips everywhere else, I can just do it all through Twitch's interface, but for some reason I cannot log into my Facebook account. It wants me to do a code sent to my phone to like validate it, but then it never sends the code. So I'm like, cool, I guess I'm not using this. And I can use it on my phone because my phone already has it. So I just download the clip onto my phone and then post it on Facebook from there, which is a pain in the butt. But I already have to use the CapCut editing for the YouTube, so it's just part of that little process. It's not that big a deal. I'm assuming you do count your encounters on your shiny hunts. I just never got in the habit of doing it. I have this, I convince myself of certain things and then I just go with it. Like I do stand-up comedy sometimes, and I don't record myself doing stand-up comedy because I'm afraid that I'm going to be like overcritical with myself and throw away bits or even quit comedy, because when I play it back, it isn't as good as I remember it being and stuff like that. So it's kind of in that same vein where I'm like, well, if I'm watching that counter go up, I'm going to get discouraged. But if I don't see the counter, then I won't. I'll just keep going. I've done a lot of reset shiny hunts, but mostly because in Sword and Shield, there's a way that you can, with the overworld static spawns, or not static spawns, I forget what they call them. Maybe they are called static spawns. I don't know. But like the overworld spawns that they don't roam around, they just kind of stand in one spot. You can encounter them and then use a den exploit to get them to respawn, and then you can save your game where they respawn, and then you can reset the game and they'll respawn right on top of you. Because the way that people used to do it is they'd have to go far enough away from it for it to despawn, and then they would zip back over to it. But it saved a few seconds if you could just have it respawn right underneath you. And even when you did that, you had to reset the game because it was like a once a day thing. So you zoom over to it, hit it, then close out the game, zoom over to it, hit it, reset the game. So once people found out you could get it to respawn underneath you, that was way better. So I did quite a few hunts that were like that. I don't have any clips of them though, because that was before I was recording myself for streaming. Yeah, it's probably better for content, but there are some content creators that I watch that don't count their encounters, and it doesn't feel like it takes away from things for me. Like Awesome Adam is a good example of that. He doesn't count his encounters, and I still find him pretty entertaining. I was thinking maybe at some point, if I got like a decent community going and I had some mods, I could let my mods maybe control a counter. I don't know how that would work exactly, but I feel like in theory that could work, right? Just have them tally it up and then I just don't look at it on the stream. Because it's true, some people want to know, but I don't know. Like for instance, when I'm going through one of my dry spells, if I were to know how long it's actually gone, I think I would start to get angry. Because I've had, like, freaking, a month where I didn't get any shinies, and I'm like, why? I have the shiny charm, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. Reward me. And then I've had other days where I got, like, 3, 4 in one day, so. There's ebbs and flows to it. Now, yeah, there can be definitely some content to it as well. There's actually, if you look at the way that different people do it, some people will put like an actual amount of time that they've been hunting for it, and they'll do the counter, or vice, either or. I know that Majin Phil, when he was doing his Dratini hunt, I think he had both. He had a counter and he had a timer as well for how long he'd been hunting it, and dude, that one took a really long time for some reason. So when he finally got it, he pretty legendary freak out. Yeah. Well, it's pretty easy because what you do is you just have a little timer plug-in. You start it when you start your hunt, pause it when you're done with your stream or recording or whatever, and then just start it back up again. And that way you could do that, or resetting, or you could do both. And that just has a... It's like a visual indicator of how long it's taking you, even if you're clipping it up. Like, let's say, for instance, you're making a video out of it. They're going to see that timer jump from 1 hour to 16 hours to 20 hours to 30 hours, and, like, they'll see more clumps of your hair getting ripped out, bags under your eyes, broken keyboards, monitors, dreams. You know what I mean? However, you react to your hunts, I suppose. I don't see why not. It probably would be pretty easy to set up. I haven't, like I said, I haven't messed around with any of it, but I could at some point. I mean, the most effort I put in is making a little background with my little logo that I had AI make for me that I actually like quite a bit. Pretty good. But yeah, I was thinking at some point I would drop like my little socials on there somewhere and that kind of stuff, but doesn't seem necessary right now since I usually have like 1 or 2 people pop in, if that, on a stream. Oh. Yeah, but people do a lot of different things to kind of put stuff on the side, you know what I mean? Like a lot of streamers will have this little plug-in that, like, they have Pokemon that wander around on the bottom of the screen and they'll do like a Royal Rumble between them sometimes and stuff like that. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can do. That's specifically a stream one. It wouldn't really work for videos. But yeah, I think I'm about to wrap up the stream. It's been a couple hours. Probably gonna wake up my kid, do some school, and get on with the day. We'll do a few more resets though, because I feel like that Chinese right there on the horizon. Probably not though. Probably a long ways away. But positive thinking. It helps sometimes. Sick? Yeah. Nah, this isn't my time that I normally stream though. This is on my days off. I'm on this early. Usually I'm streaming later in the day. Pacific Standard Time gonna be like 2, 3, 4 o'clock, something like that, for a couple hours, 1 or 2 hours. But since it's my day off, I get to hop on a bit earlier. But hey, hopefully I see you in again. We can chat more about stuff. Maybe you'll tell me about a hunt you're doing. That'll be cool. But yeah, I'm going to stay on till I at least sip the rest of this little bit of coffee. Ugh. Hopefully this hunt doesn't take too long, because this game is not my favorite. But I do want Rotom in every game that's possible. Because he's my home slice. Shiny Rotom, I should say. Which I'm sure you already knew what I meant. But yeah, right now I have multiple different hunts that I'm kind of going back and forth from. I have my Curry hunt, my roaming legendary dogs in Soul Silver, Tree Shake, Munchlax, Shiny Hunt and Shield. I've been trying to get a recluse marked Rotom in Shield for like many years now. I would like a Fisherman Mark Dratini in Shield, so I do that every now and then. I have a 2% grass spawn shiny Dreepy hunt in Shield, which that'll probably never happen. Most of those will probably never happen, to be fair. Because I always go for like the insanely rare stuff, for whatever reason. Trying to think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, I have Makuhita, shiny Makuhita setup hunt in Pokemon Coliseum on the GameCube. There's a shiny Ralts hunt in Emerald. I have a Cute Charm glitched copy of Pearl that I need to play through till I can get to the cave that Gibble appears in. And that's less of a hunt and more of a, like, I'll guaranteed get it. I just need to play through the game to get there because I have a Cute Charm glitched. So that's a guaranteed thing. But that's more of like a fun playthrough where, like, as I go along, I can just get rips of shinies. And then beat the game with it. It'd be kind of cool. And then eventually I want to get that Beldum from Swarms in Platinum. Oh, I have the Genie hunt in Pokemon White. Trying to get the Genies. Whichever Genie it is. I think it's just one that's released in the part of the game that I'm at. I don't know. I set it up and then I haven't really checked it out. That one's cool though, because that one, for a roaming one, you just gotta release it, play the cutscene, and then you can check the dex. Hey, be quiet. Hush. But yeah, you just check the dex, and if it's shiny, it'll be shiny in the dex. You don't even have to actually go and find it. You just save the game if it is shiny in the dex, and you know that when you do go and get it, it will still be shiny. Which I think is pretty sweet. I would like to do a shiny Ditto hunt in Gen 2, but I know that that would be painful, man, because you can only get it full odds in grass. It'd be so cool. And then everyone would assume you use the exploit to get it. And then I'd say, you're wrong, bro. I got a clip of it. So I finally fixed my 3DS. Alright, so I think this is going to be the last encounter. So this is going to be the shiny. I hope you're ready for it, boys and girls. Exciting times. Hard to express words. My elation for the shiny on the screen. Oh, weird. Wasn't shiny. Oh well, there's always next time. Alright, thanks for watching, you guys. It's been fun. I will see you again soon. Goodbye.